Hello everybody, welcome back to SwitchTop. The Switch and Switch 2 have an amazing JRPG lineup coming, and I put together the 10 you actually need to know about. Let's get into it. Tales of Eternia finally back in a fully remastered package. You follow Reed Herschel and his childhood friend Farah, two regular people living in the world of Eternia, which is actually made up of two separate worlds floating opposite each other in the sky, Inferior and Celestia. One day, they stumble upon a girl named Merity who speaks a completely different language, and from that moment, everything changes. Turns out, both worlds are on a collision course. They call it the Grand Fall, and it's up to your little crew to stop it. Combat is the signature Tales real-time system, where you're actively running around, attacking, and chaining abilities together in a 2D plane. The remaster adds stuff like a boost mode to adjust encounter rates, a high-speed auto-battle option, and you can toggle between the original visuals and the remastered ones whenever you want.
Imagined if it's to protect those they care about. That's why I'm here. Come on!
Trails in the Sky, second chapter. This is a full 3D remake of the second game in the legendary Trails series by Falcom, and people who know. You're back as Estelle Bright, freshly promoted to Senior Bracer, ready to celebrate with her partner Joshua. But before the night even ends, Joshua drops a bombshell about his past and just disappears, leaving only a harmonica behind. The second chapter is Estelle's story of chasing him down while uncovering a shadowy organization called Ouroboros that's been pulling strings behind the scenes since the first game. The combat is a rebuilt tactical system, turn-based battles on a grid where positioning and party synergy really matter, all wrapped in that gorgeous cel-shaded art style from the first remake. If you haven't played the first chapter yet, go now, then come back. This one's a big deal for a specific reason. It's the first ever Final Fantasy game in the HD 2D style you know, that Octopath Traveler look with pixel characters in a 3D world with incredible lighting. And on top of that, it brings back something fans have been begging for since Final Fantasy X, proper turn-based combat. The game is adapted from the mobile game Brave Exvius, but rebuilt completely from scratch as a full console RPG with zero gacha and no microtransactions. You play in the world of Lapis, following a knight named Rain, his brother Laswell, and a crystal-bound girl named Fina, trying to protect the world's elemental crystals from being destroyed. In battle, you hit enemy weaknesses to build a stagger meter. When enemies break, you get bonus turns and can unleash powerful resonance attacks. You also collect visions, echoes of iconic FF heroes like Cloud and Tidus, and equip them to your party members for different jobs and skills. Metaphor, ReFantazio. The game that came out in 2024 on other platforms and absolutely dominated. 94 on Metacritic, Game of the Year nominations everywhere, winner of Best RPG, Best Narrative, and Best Art Direction at the Game Awards. And now, Switch 2 players finally get their turn. It's made by the same team behind Persona 3, 4, and 5, Studio Zero. But this is their own original world, a dark fantasy kingdom called Uchronia. The king is dead, murdered, and a royal tournament has been declared. Whoever wins becomes the next ruler. You're thrown into this political mess with a small party of allies, navigating a world full of discrimination, fear, and power struggles. Combat blends real-time action with turn-based strategy. You can weaken enemies in the overworld before the fight even starts. Then go into tactical turn-based mode, where archetypes, basically jobs, with unique skills define your playstyle.
As well as other candidates and strange beasts known as humans. Control your destiny and change the world in Metaphor.
Right, here's Nintendo's big first-party JRPG for fall. Fire Emblem Fortune's Weave is the 18th mainline game in the series, and it's set in the Dagdan Empire, a land that's been ruled by gods for 1,500 years. The capital city hosts an event called the Heroic Games, a massive tournament where the winner gets one wish granted. You pick one of four protagonists: Kai, a kid fighting to free his imprisoned father; Dietrich, a swordsman who just wants a real challenge; Theodora, a queen chasing a dream for her people; and Lita, a musician out for revenge. The game is connected to the world of Fire Emblem Three Houses, with an older version of Sothis showing up in the trailers. Between tournament matches, you explore the city, recruit allies, train at the grounds, venture into dungeons, and manage your limited time carefully, because you can't do everything.
Special techniques. By using these techniques to the fullest, you might turn the tide of battle.
Square Enix finally showed Dragon Quest XII again on Dragon Quest Day 2026 for the franchise's 40th anniversary. And the big news is the development was completely restarted. It was originally called The Flames of Fate and was going darker and more mature. That whole direction got scrapped. The new subtitle is Beyond Dreams, and creator Yuji Horii described it as the story of a young hero who's beset by strange visions in their sleep, then teased, "What lies beyond dreams? Surely not a world of darkness, but a bright and exciting future." The early trailer showed a new hero, a female companion, and a humanoid dragon character. Horii says the game is coming along really well under its new structure, and that it's going in a direction fans are going to love. The designs are still from the late Akira Toriyama, and music is from Koichi Sugiyama's legacy compositions. Four years of silence. Kingdom Hearts 4 showed up at the June 2026 Nintendo Direct with actual gameplay footage running in Unreal Engine 5 and confirmed it's coming to Switch 2 on launch day. This is the start of what's called the Lost Master Arc, a new chapter in the series. Sora finds himself trapped in Quadratum, a massive, hyper-realistic city inspired by modern-day Tokyo, while Donald and Goofy are trying to find a way to reach him. The gameplay shown features parkour moves through city environments, Keyblade transformations, a grappling hook mechanic, reaction commands returning from Cage 2, and a brand new system called Scrap and Build that we don't know much about yet. Mickey Mouse is also reportedly playable. The art style is the most realistic the series has ever looked. Sora himself has a new design that fits the grounded world. Final Fantasy VII Revelation was announced at Summer Game Fest 2026 as the third and final game in the remake trilogy, and this time it launches on Switch 2 on day one, same day as everyone else, no exclusivity period, no waiting. The story picks up directly after Rebirth. Cloud and the party are grieving, Sephiroth is closing in on godhood, and Meteor, the spell that could end the planet, is already in motion. The crew boards the airship Highwind, and the race to save the world begins. New playable characters include Vincent Valentine with his gunslinger style and beast transformations, and Sid Highwind with his lance attacks. A brand new system called Fits lets you equip outfits that change your entire moveset, essentially a job system based on classic FF roles like Black Mage and Warrior. You'll travel to iconic locations like Mideel, Wutai, and the Northern Continent, all fully rebuilt.
Is that a weapon I see?
Far as I can tell, these things don't distinguish between friend and foe.
Save the planet by killing her protectors.
This is Elden Ring, the game that won over 400 Game of the Year awards and sold 30 million copies, finally coming to Switch 2. And not just a bare port. The Tarnished edition includes the full base game, the Shadow of the Erdtree expansion, 2 brand new starting classes, new armor sets, new weapons, and Torrent. Your horse can now be customized with different cosmetic looks. You're a Tarnished, an exiled warrior who's called back to the Lands Between to restore the shattered Elden Ring and become Elden Lord. The world is massive, open, and completely seamless. You explore on foot or horseback, discover hidden dungeons, face towering bosses, and build your character however you want. The combat is demanding and precise. No hand-holding, no quest markers telling you where to go. Just you figuring it out. It got delayed from 2025 after an early build had serious frame rate issues, but the team fixed it, and now it's targeting a solid 30 frames per second on Switch 2.
Of war! Aragon Festival!
Xenoblade Genesis, a brand new entry in the Xenoblade series from Monolith Soft, the team that has been making some of Nintendo's best RPGs for over a decade. And they're calling this a new beginning, a completely fresh story set in a new world called Anshar, with a new protagonist named Eleanor. She's on a journey to become a Veseli, a warrior who wields the power of anima, an energy that flows through the world, using a crystal tool called a Crystone. The setting shown so far is a stunning ring world aesthetic, with a military academy called Lukos at the center of the early story. The tone feels grander and more mythological. The trailer hints at a fallen god whose vengeance has yet to come, 6 sons, and cosmic stakes the series is known for. The composer is Yasunori Mitsuda, the legend behind Chrono Trigger, returning to the series.
始まるわよ。
That's the list. Honestly, tough to rank these because almost every single one is worth your time. Let me know in the comments which one you're picking up first, and I'll catch you in the next video.